Hey, welcome back to Douche-Cast. This would be episode 3. Yes, episode 3, because last episode was talking about podcasts on a podcast. I'm Kai. Again, I'm joined by Brendan and Dylan, and today we are joined by Carson. I think we've talked about him last episode as well. Him and Colin.
Baby.
You talked about
we talked about the Bannies podcast and who was on it and all that kind of crap. But
okay.
Yeah, we already posted all your information.
You're gonna get doxxed.
Oh no.
But yeah, we have a Carson with us today.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Long lost, little boy over here.
What is that supposed to mean?
And today we're just gonna be talking about gaming, and that sounds very general, but specific topics would pretty much be Blizzard gaming is a pretty big one to talk about for a little bit. 343 Industries as well, because of how much they've messed up Halo. Along with like Destiny 2 and stuff, some big games like that, and how they've been messing up gaming recently. And yeah, I think that's all we got for topics today.
No, hold on. I got another topic.
Oh, go ahead.
I think a pretty good topic is why crunching lifesavers like chips is better than just eating them like how you usually eat them. Like, I think it's just a better way. You agree? No? Yes?
Anyway, so first topic for the day is going to be Blizzard, talking about them and their mischievous activities.
Mischievous dog.
Okay. I think the first thing that I can think of off the top of my bat, because Carson's new to this, because we haven't told him what it is yet.
Off the top of your bat?
Yeah, off the top of my head.
You
so
said bat.
The first thing I can think of is I know there was an allegation a couple years ago at Blizzard of a woman who was pumping breast milk and she put it in a fridge and it mysteriously disappeared. And apparently one of the guys took it and I guess
I drank it.
Okay.
Drugged it.
Yeah, Blizzard has a lot of sexual assault allegations from women specifically, and the breast milk one was one of them.
Wait, but like, I remember when this came out, the first question that came to mind is, why fucking breast milk? Like, what is the objective? Like, bro, a Homelander type.
Trying to get bigger bones, you know what it is.
By drinking fucking booby
We
juice.
drink fucking cow booby juice.
They're in the
True.
they're in the middle of their 40s.
We drink cow booby juice. What's wrong with regular ones?
That's just average Redditor moments.
Yeah. Fucking loser.
Like, cows are different.
Yeah,
Are they?
I don't
I
know.
feel like-
Most of
I feel
the
like cows can be
most of the
different.
people I see on TikTok kind of remind me of cows. So
I was
it's
gonna say,
yeah.
I've seen women be called cows all the time.
I agree.
I totally
Anyways.
believe that statement, by the way. So Blizzard, for example, being one of like the biggest controversial game studios as of now, because first off, they have a ton, and I mean like a ton of sexual assault allegations from past female workers that used to work there that apparently had to sign I can't remember what they're
NDAs.
called. And yes, so you couldn't
Yeah,
non-disclosure agreement, so that you couldn't talk about it. I remember hearing about a woman that killed herself because of how much she was like hit on and how deep like the fucking allegations went and how much that she was like told about what's gonna happen to her on a company vacation. She ended up killing herself. Shit like that. That's the kind of shit that happens at Blizzard, and yet like big media doesn't pick it up. None of that stupid shit, but all the YouTubers do. But they don't matter, I guess.
Something about that. I remember when you said that the sexual assault allegations go pretty deep. Weren't some of like the people in the major seats of power getting under fire
Yeah.
as well? Like, I think I remember something.
They've
about
gotten
like
they've gotten new
or something
CEOs
like
and
that.
everything who recently, I think they got a new one a couple years ago because the past one had too many things happening to him, so the board had to fire him, if I'm not mistaken. Things about just when you think about like Blizzard in a whole, first off, as a company, kind of shitty. Just saying that off the back, like all just the first little things right there. That's kind of shitty. And then you got to talk about their games, right? Like the Modern Warfare, fucking. Overwatch 2, of course.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
That one. That one.
I've
I
heard a-
agree
Overwatch
on.
too.
I've heard a lot of shit about Modern Warfare 2 specifically, where if you're doing really well, people have been trying to test where your damage goes down the better you're doing in a game, so everybody else has a fair chance. Which
Oh
feels
yeah.
like bullshit, but honestly, I wouldn't put it past Blizzard.
You know, I wouldn't be too sure on that one because I've had a couple situations where it's taken a couple extra bullets to kill, even though I'm hitting in the same damage multiplier. Like when I'm doing like really well in a
Yeah.
game.
I just don't play it. Carson, how do you feel about knowing? Did you have any knowledge of like these allegations from Blizzard or anything?
Not really. I don't really follow what Blizzard does.
probably good.
Mainly because I don't play that many
Probably the
of
best
these
for your
types of
mental
games. Maybe. It might be.
But what do you? I mean, what do you think
But-
of all that after hearing that?
Bad. I don't know. I don't know really
Evil.
know. I don't really know any other way to put it other than just like bad.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to actually like give a proper opinion without knowing more of what like, cause like I mean, you said you already gave me some ideas of what they did, but it's hard to actually like have a proper opinion without actually seeing it firsthand from I don't know like news articles and stuff like
Which
that.
is fair.
That's fair.
So I'd have,
Do you have? What about?
I'd feel like I'd have to look more into it to
Do
actually
you have any
know.
opinions on yourself? Tell us about. I mean, you're the feature here today. We should be highlighting
Yeah,
you
you're the new man. Come
before
on.
we say anything
Opinions about it on my wait,
else. Just
what?
you. Just you, bro.
Opinion.
Oh yeah, here, I'll give you an easy one. What the fuck have
Yeah,
you
bro.
been?
What's been going on?
School. I've been doing school
L.
stuff.
L.
Away.
L.
Running.
But like,
Damn, I
Dog.
got a future. Fuck.
L.
That's
Lord.
not good.
you gotta stop trying.
Stop tryharding at life.
Yeah, bro is fucking sweating.
Yeah, I'm just too
We're
good at
selling
life,
you,
dude.
like, yearly
Honestly.
patch notes and just went God mode.
Oh yeah, I didn't ask before we started, but might as well ask now than never. Curse words, a yes or
Fuck
no?
yes.
Okay.
I just said fuck
Okay.
like 30
We-
seconds.
Car-
ago,
Okay,
dog.
The name of the
Trust
the
me, I
name of
was
the podcast is Douche-Cast, Carson.
Huh? Oh yeah. Well,
It's kind of open ended with where you
you,
not
want to
looking
go.
you
for ad revenue here.
still you forget the fact that I don't pay attention to many
Fair enough.
things.
Fair enough. So besides like
Yeah.
Blizzard's,
Forgetful bastard.
sketchy
Shut
ass
up.
past with their female employees, as a whole, as a gaming company, I think for one, Overwatch 2 is horribly misbalanced all the time, and they never listen to their community about it. So the game is constantly getting worse, even though it gains more players for some reason. I think World of Warcraft is so fucking bad. Okay, so I have fun with it. I had fun with it with Brandon when I played it, but it just looks so bad. Like, please,
The art style is so
like
outdated.
it's a 20-year-old game or something like that, like around there. And their cutscenes look gorgeous, but their actual game looks it looks like a Nintendo, like, I don't know, it looks like a PS1 graphics with the triangle titties from fucking Tomb Raider. Like, it looks so bad.
Hold on, Carson, for context. I'm gonna look up some weapons.
It's
It
just,
just-
yeah, it's pretty bad.
It just
think-
All right.
if you made if you have hundreds of thousands of players and it's subscription based, so it's like $15 a month, right? You would at least expect them to focus a little bit, just a little bit, on some of the graphics.
Especially after having
Nah.
it up for that long. Like you said, like what, 20 years?
Yeah, around there. I believe it came out in 2004 actually, so maybe like 19 years.
Same thing.
Here, Carson, check in podcast.
But it's just like, how can such a how can such a popular game just look
What
so
the
mid?
hell?
You know, that's another thing that bugs me is that
Yeah.
they just.
And,
Oh, sorry, keep going.
Oh, I was just gonna say, the armor set that he's wearing. You see how it's all like stretched.
No one
wrists
can
and
see this,
everything?
but just for
Yeah.
reference,
That applies to the landscape.
just
as
for
well.
reference, because no one can see this, it looks like dog piss. Yeah, it's just
That's an easy
yeah,
way to
and
put
it's
it.
just like they just don't care about fan base, and it kind of pisses me off. I know they're definitely not the worst company out there when it comes to video games. EA and Ubisoft take that title, but Blizzard is they are
Ubisoft.
pushing it. You know, they're going up to number 2 and like number 1 right now. Like they are trying their fucking asses off.
Yeah, it's just I remember when I was on Overwatch 2 the other day. I looked at the update notes, and they buffed Zarya because that's a logical decision to make.
Again, for anyone that doesn't know, Zarya already busted, buffed her even more. So extra fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They made the poor decision. Carson. Carson, did you ever play Call of Duty Modern Warfare like 2022, the new one that came out?
Yeah, I played
Did
it a little
you
bit.
have?
I think I played it with
Did you have
didn't I?
quote unquote fun?
I mean, it kind of depends on what you're saying. Fun, like the gameplay, or like just playing with friends. Because I always have fun.
The
when I'm playing
gameplay,
with
I guess.
the boys. Kind of, not really like as much fun as I've had in the past, but I mean, sort of. Not.
Yeah, I mean, with when you're playing with friends, it's kind of the golden rule that games immediately become like 15 times more fun.
Fair enough.
It could be like the most boring shit, and if you're playing with a homie, what I mean? Like we're victims of that, Kai. You already know.
Especially playing Shipment, that was interesting.
God, I fucking hate shit. It's so
CQC
AIDS.
spawning right behind your enemy spawns right behind you. Let's see what happens. It's just fucking dominated by
And,
riot shields.
I remember it was late at night. I was tired. Like fuck it, I'll play some Call of Duty. Just get this gun I was grinding finished, and I loaded into shipment. There was 10 seconds left in the map, and I somehow died 7 times.
Bruh.
That's
Oh.
shipment.
That's about
And
right.
I just stared at the screen, just like, yeah, probably not.
How interesting.
It's just like I just I'm not a big fan of newer games, specifically like how many live service games there are. You know, I understand the need for like an online game is fun, and getting like more updates after the game comes out is a lot of fun, but it's just it gets to a point right now where games are being released unfinished, and then they're saying like, oh, if you play the game and give us the funding, then we'll release the finished game, and then people do that. You know, like Call of Duty 2022 is a good example. That game so buggy. Do you guys remember like it took us like 20 minutes to just get into a party together and have someone actually like get us in?
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that.
was it?
Call of Duty, the new one. Whenever we would all be in a party together, like the connection issues, horrific. The map designs, horrific. All of them just fucking
my
suck.
lord.
The names of the guns,
The
fucking
maps were
AIDS.
bad.
Come on. And then it wouldn't tell you that you unlocked a camel. It just had you a little trophy, but it wouldn't tell you which one you unlocked. What the fuck? It makes no sense whatsoever. The fucking border crossing map, L. Absolute fucking L.
Dude, you just I've made it like one of my 10 commandments, right? If I see Santa Senya, I'm immediately backing out.
I think if anybody sees Santa
It's so bad.
they're backing up, but yeah.
But I wanted to add to the DLC bit. I know one of the biggest, more recent offenders is Resident Evil 8. And I remember when they released the DLC for it, like the story of Rose or whatever the fuck it was. I watched like a full gameplay video on it, and they literally just reused 80% of the vanilla
Yeah.
map.
It's just
I think that one of the biggest differences and only differences is that you're playing a
and
different character.
people can like game developers are like getting a lot of slack. It's like, oh well, we have we slave away for hours to make this game. It's like, well then slave away more hours, I guess. You chose to be in a profession that demands you to, one, listen to a lot of criticism, and two, deliver to your audience. Otherwise, don't get involved in it, right? Because if you can't deliver what you were trying to promise, then don't try to deliver in the first place half-assed and then say, oh, you got to give us time. No, deliver it in the first place. Delay it if you want. Deal with the shit then of delaying it, and then release a finished game, and it'll be even better. You know, because as soon as you release an unfinished game, immediately the reviews are just gonna pour in of terrible. Which brings into another game, Halo Infinite, aka the fucking game made by fucking 343 Industries. First off, the multiplayer was free, which is nice, but it had a battle pass that was so hard to grind that it took people like weeks to even get a few solid levels in. not really, I'm just exaggerating, but they released with like 9, 10 maps or so, and only a few game modes that were kind of mid as fuck. Big battle like game mode was the best one, and even then, it was okay. Halo Infinite and the campaign launched with no multiplayer whatsoever. They just recently, within like the past month or two, released multiplayer, but it's not even like split screen multiplayer. It's only online multiplayer,
Yeah.
which they promised like 2 years ago. So it's just I know I'm ranting a bit, but still, I'm getting very pissed off at video game companies that just keep under delivering over and over, and then expect us to give them slack or like not fucking chew their balls out for it and be like, well, we tried. Like, I don't care if you tried. Try harder, you stupid cunts.
And I think like
Dang.
it's becoming a problem of like every single gamer, quote unquote, now, or even just average media consumer, is becoming like a full-on game critic now, because of how many games have come out the past, I don't know how many years now. It's been this trend of just like more bad games, than good. But because everyone notices these details like instantly, and it's just like, man, it doesn't feel like good games anymore, man, or it doesn't feel like classic COD or anything like that. I mean, part of that being just like the age we were at when we were playing that, and like we were just, worry free, and I feel like a lot more of it now is like,
Rose tinted glasses.
yeah, pretty much like everyone hates their lives and is also still trying to like live the good life, plus the games are pretty bad. But it's getting to the point where I'm just like, and I think everyone too is like trying to compensate for the games, like, okay, well, maybe fix this later, like, it could just be this and this, and then it's getting to the point of like, all right, bro, I know this is wrong, like they messed up here, like that's just,
They have to
that's
know.
just bad.
A good example is Battlefield 2042.
Bruh.
You released
Didn't
a
come out with
game that was
leaderboard for a year,
the game
or
that
whatever it was.
like didn't have a leaderboard. Yeah, for a year. That they just like launched one of the worst conditions ever for like an FPS game shooter.
I
L.
was so hyped up too. I was honestly
Absolute
hyped
L.
for
And
it.
I love how, Steam was giving fucking refunds like 6 months past its fucking date of being purchased, when its regular policy is like 12 hours. No, not 12 hours. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, right? And just like the reviews were like overwhelmingly negative. Like over 100,000 reviews were just overwhelmingly negative.
Yeah.
Just things, and that also can tie into a few other games that are kind of disappointing nowadays, which is the most sold game of all time, and what Carson's playing right now, Minecraft.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Yeah,
one more thing I wanted to add about Battlefield 2042. So, it released October 6th, 2021, right? They are still in Season 3.
What? Aren't seasons supposed to last like 12 weeks?
Season 4 will arrive in 2023.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I was also gonna try and rope Carson back into this.
I was just gonna ask.
What are your opinions on how Minecraft's been handling shit and Mojang as a
Or
total?
what do you think about like all games right now? Like, do you feel the same? Do you think they're all just like starting to decline? I mean, there's been a couple bangers like God of War and Elden Ring and whatnot, but like as a whole, do you think the gaming community is just like going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the gaming community itself, but I feel like it's more of like I don't know really how to say this, like put it into good words, but we're kind of, I think it's just kind of our generation of like what we think of games is starting to decline, and then we're having the new, like a new era of people starting to take over, make different games and stuff. And so, not saying that's all of it. Some of it is just dog shit. Some of it sucks. But like, I just think everything's starting to change. I feel like we're not used to the change, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think a lot of it is just us having to try to get used to that.
Quick little question. Do you guys know what Wizards of the Coast is? I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
The people who make
No.
Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Oh,
So
damn.
recently, I just watched the video from Moist Critical. They are currently releasing a pack for Magic the Gathering for $999 with random cards that you are not allowed to use in tournament. $1,000
What?
you're spending, and you can't even use the cards. They're all decorative for the 30th anniversary of Magic the Gathering, and
It seems kind of ridiculous.
it
I'm
is
gonna be
like
honest.
absolutely ridiculous. Like, why would I spend $1,000 for fucking pieces of cardboard that I could probably print off the internet myself? And
Yeah, you can just like find them and just be like, oh yeah. And since I didn't actually buy these, I can just pretend to have them. Print off a
Precisely.
picture, put it on a piece of cardboard. Boom.
and then
Literally, like no one's gonna question it. Like you're just gonna play with your friends. You can't do that. In
and
legitimate
they've also
stuff.
been talking about
Makes
how
no sense.
Dungeons and Dragons, they aren't able to monetize it enough, so they're trying to monetize it more. Which, first off, Dungeons and Dragons, if you didn't know, has an open contract. So basically, anybody can make anything involving it, and they get a little bit of the money from it, but mainly the person who made it gets most of the money. I don't know if you guys know what Critical Role is. They have like a TV show on Amazon called Vox Machina. They actually got like an animated TV show and everything. But they are like the biggest content creators of D&D right now. Every episode they release that's like 2 hours long, it's like a couple 100,000 views of like their live stream and everything on both Twitch and YouTube. So they have a really dedicated audience. All of their people in there are like really well-known like voice actors for like animes and everything like that. And they sell their own like D&D stuff. They sell their own storylines, their own merchandise, everything that's called like Critical Role. And it's starting to make me wonder, like, if Wizards of the Coast start trying to like quote unquote monetize this stuff more, because all the D&D stuff is already overly priced as hell. It costs thousands of dollars to get a full like setup, like a map with characters that are painted, everything like dice, custom stuff, shit this, custom stuff that. It just costs so much money. It costs hundreds of dollars for all that kind of shit, up to thousands. And now they want to charge more. You're already like picking on your fragile fan base more for no reason whatsoever, other than, oh, let's get a little bit more money. And it doesn't make any sense to me, because you're just going to immediately kill all trust you have with your community, and then you're just going to lose a bunch of money just to try to make a quick buck. I don't understand.
Imagine like you're in the middle of like a D&D campaign, and it's like, and out of nowhere, a giant stone monster appears, and he roars, "This battle was sponsored by McDonald's."
That'd be pretty good.
And he has like branded moves like patty flip special.
I'm not a big fan of things like that nowadays, where companies with video games are trying to monetize everything, even to like the smallest little details, or like overcharge everything. Like I'm still pretty mad that Call of Duty was $70, right? That still kind of pisses me off. For releasing an unfinished shitty game and you calling that a full game, no. That is not worth $70 of my time and my hard-earned money. So you can go fuck yourself. If a game
Well,
sorry.
Kai, I'm gonna burst your bubble even more. I don't know if you've been keeping your eye on PlayStation games, but everything is 70
I don't play
bucks now.
PlayStation, so it's why.
But yeah, it's starting with PlayStation. I don't
I
even
think-
know what the Xbox
I
side
think that's because
situation is.
Xbox is buying what are they buying again? They're buying Blizzard. So
Yeah.
they will own Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, all that shit and everything, and they're trying to buy them, but PlayStation has been like suing them because they're saying it's unfair that they own Blizzard, because it would make it too unfair for the gaming industry. And you'll start to notice that PlayStation's prices are going up and everything, and PlayStation's being really bitchy about everything. They're becoming like iPhone, in my opinion. They're being really, really, really obnoxious about everything.
Because they're taking the L, and Xbox is just buying out every company because they're taking massive W's.
And it's not as if
Xbox is about
Xbox
to
is like
become
trying to
an offer.
rule over the gaming industry. They're offering contracts for like to have Call of Duty still be available on all those platforms for years to come.
Exactly.
They've made the deal with like Nintendo and any other gaming company I can think of besides that. I think they made it with they own Microsoft, so never mind. I understand PlayStation's point of view, but you're just really burning a lot of bridges with your fans by doing what they're doing. And I'm kind of glad that hopefully Call of Duty will come to Game Pass soon. That'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah, because they own Activision now, so
No, they don't own it yet. Not yet. That's the thing.
still.
They're in the process of acquiring it, but PlayStation is stopping them from acquiring it because they're suing them and saying it's not fair.
Bro, it's
and
been like
they're getting like
a
a
year or
government
something like that.
agency
It's been
involved.
so long.
They're getting the UN. That's what it is. They're getting the UN involved to try to
Oh my
tell them
gosh.
no because they think it's unfair and that the market for games would be too like hard to compete with, even though they have fucking God of War. But whatever.
Because I remember I remember Xbox putting out and like Microsoft and so many social media like big news channels posting that Microsoft and Xbox had just bought out Activision Blizzard. And I was like, yo, let's go. COD's coming to Game Pass, baby. Yeah. And then I remember seeing like a couple days or like maybe a week later, like Sony hates that, and now they are trying to kill Xbox. Like, I mean, that's exaggerated, but they're trying to sue them and stuff. And I was like, just take the L, bro. Just stop. All right.
If Sony can't muster up the balls to go buy it, then go fuck yourself.
Also, I just the point of me saying that was like I didn't know it was going on for this long.
I think the last place it's happening right now is the UK, if I'm not mistaken,
Probably.
because London
Average
fucking
Europeans.
sucks.
Fucking degenerates.
Correct.
But I wanted to also ask Carson this as well because I really haven't heard his
Yeah, some
full
guess
opinion on
Carson
this
is.
yet. Yeah, some
Dog,
random
I-
motherfucker somehow got on the call.
Hey,
Jesus.
shut up.
But something that I think is really interesting about the current gaming era that we're in is we're starting to see gaming companies become like mega corporations. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Cause like, let's just take Blizzard by itself. It is fucking huge.
Yeah.
And
I
on
think-
top of that, it's getting snowballed with Xbox if that goes through. So like, I'm not God defending PlayStation when I say this, but I do understand when they make the argument that like they're starting to get like concerningly large.
Activision
You know what I mean?
Blizzard's
I get that,
You know,
worth
it's like-
is
Are you-
60.8 billion.
Immediately buries
Sorry.
Carson.
Yep.
Yeah, you see why I'm not talking now? No, I'm just kidding.
What you're saying.
I suck at my opinion. Don't worry.
Very good.
What I was gonna say before Kai and Dylan decided to be assholes.
Whoa.
Um,
I was
what?
trying to back
Am I
Brendan
wrong?
up.
Continue with your opinion.
My turn to talk. Okay.
Bitch.
I was gonna say. I mean, I was gonna say like even though like, yeah, Xbox may be starting to overrun PlayStation. Feel like that's just like. It's just a skill issue. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Sure, just adapt to it, honestly.
I'm gonna be honest though, like
Should have just grown.
it's a genuine concern though, right? To think like that, like, oh, Xbox is getting a bit too big, but at the same time, we hold all that power though, to fucking make them do what we want. All you gotta do is just don't buy their
Yeah.
fucking games. Literally, like if you don't buy, it's like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna buy your shitty game this time. If you're gonna keep releasing shitty games, I'm not gonna
No,
buy it.
like-
They're gonna start to notice, and they might actually, try to make a quality game.
Yeah, I mean, when I say it's a skill issue, I kind of mean it because there's a reason why they're able to grow and why PlayStation is
PlayStation's being stubborn.
Because-
They're not
Like-
trying to grow. They're not trying to make their
Yeah.
games better. But it's like Xbox has a big flaw in their own way too because of Minecraft, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, because every I feel like everything has some
Yeah.
sort of flaw, but like
I was gonna say, you know how you were talking about people just like not buying games?
yeah,
Pokemon and Scarlet are Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, the most recent Pokemon games. I'm sure you've seen the memes. Are the fastest selling games in Nintendo history, shifting 10 million copies in physical and digital in 72 hours.
I'm gonna be
damn.
honest, I haven't heard a single fucking word about those games.
Same.
I'm gonna be honest.
Like
same
I haven't
here.
seen a single advertisement. I didn't even know
Bro.
those games existed until you just brought them up.
Mainly because I'm not into Pokemon.
Probably because
so.
none of us are Nintendo gamers.
Yeah.
But like if you look up if you just look up some videos of Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, it is just the most blandest buggiest shit ever. Like the character models, they just sometimes turn into eldritch beings for no reason, and some of them just like phase through walls and shit. Like there's this one clip I saw where the player was talking to an NPC, and after he finished talking to her, she just sprinted into like a set of stairs, and just phased through it, even though it was just solid concrete.
Interesting.
I don't know. I
So
Dude,
wait,
it is
so
the
what do you
most
say?
abhorrent violation of a game, but it is so fucking
I
popular.
I don't.
Are you saying it's more for the like just like sorry, I
No,
kind
you
of
good.
buried there. Are you saying it's more for oh shit. More for like people aren't getting it for the actual game, they're just getting it to have it, or are you saying people's expectations
Well,
are undermined?
it's a portion of both, but I feel like the people who are buying it, ironically, is significantly smaller than just the fucking Pokemon meat riders that pay 70 to $100 for the same release, just like FIFA players.
So they got duped. They've
They're
gotten
constantly getting duped. I
scaboobled.
think they just have a kink for it at this point.
Oh,
That's an interesting turn to take on it.
I'm gonna just like
Cause like,
I get it, you
dude.
know, like why do you keep buying awful games, or at least like wait a day or two to see some footage of it? It's the smart thing to do, you know. But sometimes you want to.
Wait, didn't Colin?
I
get it?
don't know if Colin did. He hasn't talked about it, so it's obviously not good because he's not meat reading it.
Yeah,
Damn.
Let's be honest
Interesting,
here. The only
yeah.
reason Colin buys video games is because they look quote unquote very beautiful graphically. Fuck 'em.
Hey.
No. He tried to tell me to buy fucking Cyberpunk 2077 when it first came out because he said it's gonna look the greatest game ever. You know, there's gonna be 0 bugs and everything. Oh well, look at that. Weren't you wrong about that one, buddy?
What did this fucking nerd boy like? Well,
Well,
these
Well,
graphics
actually,
suck.
just because it has ray tracing doesn't mean it's the best game ever. Yeah, whatever. It's that kind of mindset, you know, because you hear the good things about the game, and then you start to think, oh, well, you know what? I'll pre-order, I'll buy it, and then turns out this shit fucking sucks.
I think that's just a problem with modern day consumerism because people are wanting to be like OGs or you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
and like, there's definitely a lot of smaller games that are definitely putting in the effort. And let me name a few that are just on my desktop right now. Phasmophobia is a really great game, in my opinion.
I was gonna say earlier.
Yeah.
Like, we should talk
Yeah,
about games
Phasmophobia.
That is like
up in the world.
That's a really
Phasmo,
like
bro.
good game with an active community. It has Discord. You can talk to the developers. It comes in like shitloads of different languages. They actually reach out to the community for voice actors for different languages. They had VR in it. They keep adding just more and more shit and fixing bugs. And to me,
W
that's
Dev
good
Team.
because they're a small community. You know, they get shouted out here and there, and they like bump up in popularity. But they just keep going at it, and they keep adding more content that's better and more useful to the game.
We know that because we're veterans. You know what I mean?
We've been playing that shit for like 2 years now.
Like we've seen it grow up and see what it's become. And
Some
dude,
of us more than
it
others.
looks so good now. Like they've done such a good job with it. I'm so proud.
World of Warcraft, take notes, please. Brennan, you were gonna say
Every
something?
other game. Take
But,
notes.
another
Yeah, make a ghost hunter game instead.
another
Just do
game
that.
that's actually a recent release that comes to mind is Metal Hellsinger. I don't know if you guys
I
have
heard
heard
about
Is
it
that
a little
like
bit.
the
I didn't-
rhythm one?
That's the rhythm shooter game where it's like metal music
Dude, that
and
looks
stuff.
sick. Like it's such a cool concept.
And it's unironically really fucking
It
fun.
looks so satisfying too, like the way the music matches
And
up.
something that's really nice was actually reached out to like real and smaller metal bands
Nice.
to do the official
That kind of reminds
soundtrack.
me of
And there's an
sorry.
entire playlist on YouTube that you can listen to, and the music is fucking beautiful. It has shit like System of a Down if you're into that. It also has more like heavier songs as well.
That kind of reminds me of Doom Eternal when like the soundtrack creator got a bunch of heavy metal like lead singers together to fucking sing a Doom like a heavy metal choir. Shit like that,
yeah.
where like they reach out to make something special. That shows, you know, innovation. That shows that you actually care about your game, you know. And another game, Evil West. I actually had a blast. We haven't played it for a while, but I had a blast playing it. I got burnt out because I kept playing with 2 different people. Those was Brennan and Dylan. And I kept having to replay through the same section, so I got pretty burnt out pretty quick. I am down to still play it though. But it is a fun game, you know,
Yeah.
and it's not by. I don't believe it's by a very big game company, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so. either.
Let's see. There's definitely some
Ooh.
just like there's just like there's definitely small games out there that they earn their rep. You know, they
gotta get
try,
Yeah.
and it's very obvious that they do try. That they're not just trying to fucking use you for money.
Make money.
Bro,
Yeah.
High on Life.
That's a good
High
one
on
too.
Life
That's
is
like
a
I know
great
Brendan
game.
doesn't like it, but
I'm just gonna stay silent on this one.
I
You
only
guys
liked
take
it because
I don't
it
know
was
that.
made pretty much as like a joke video game, and it actually like got pretty popular for it. And I'm excited that they tried to make something like that. You know, they tried to make something that took a community from a TV series of Rick and Morty and made like a video game about it that's like really goofy and not made to be serious at all. And it's
It's
not
really
bad.
just Justin Roiland as a video game. Also because it quite literally is, and like it's like, bro, it's literally like Rick and Morty video game. Like Justin Roiland made it. I mean, yeah, he did. Like the game company itself is literally called Squanch Games. It's amazing. There's like voice actors I hear from other Adult Swim TV shows too. It's so cool recognizing all these different voice actors and like all these like different groups that have come together to make those shows and everything come
Brendan's
together in a game. And like,
Brendan's not a fan.
why is that?
adamantly.
He hates it.
I personally fucking hate the voice acting. Like, not the people. I think they have beautiful voices, and what they do in spades. You know what I mean? Nothing but respect to the voice actors. And the art style is, albeit not my genre,
for-
I can give it props. It does look pretty
Like
nice.
you mean
But
for High
it's
on Life?
just
Yeah.
the
Oh, okay.
yes. But it's just the fucking writing. Oh my god. I would rather choke on 50 razor
Brendan, when a
blades.
non-serious game is being taken seriously.
I don't give a fuck if it's non-serious or not. If there's an option to make your fucking gun shut up, then
That's the whole
that's a
point of
red
the game,
flag in and
though.
of itself.
That's the point.
It's
That's the
fucking
point of the
dumb.
game.
The game is fucking
You're stupid. You're stupid.
It's stupid. And this is why I wanted to
You're
stay
stupid.
silent on it.
That's the whole point of the game, is to have Morty as one of your guns, and then another gun that's literally just like, let's do it. Like, bro.
It's the same fucking bit. It's like, oh, look at this thing. It's doing something that it doesn't normally do. Oh my god, look at
that's
this
just
thing.
And they
Justin
point
Roiland
that
doing
out in
something
they point that out in the video game. It's like really meta.
I know.
It's meant
I
to
know.
be like that.
That's the fucking worst part because it's.
That's what
dude,
makes it
It's
funny,
like
though.
it's like hold on. It's like designing a roller coaster that fucking blows up in the middle of it
No,
for
it isn't.
no reason and kills
do you mean?
everyone, and then making it the main attraction. Like, oh, this fucking
Bro, I
explodes.
think you're the only one that doesn't like that game. Like, everyone else loves the way that they do that and put that together.
I don't care. I think it's fucking
you're
stupid.
That's the point.
That's the whole point. It's meant to
You're
be
supposed to be
stupid.
like, oh my god, bro, that's just
oh
so
my
stupid.
god. You guys are fucking stupid.
You're stupid.
I
You're
hate
stupid.
you.
You're stupid.
I hate you. Oh my god, it's so bad.
That's the
So
point.
fucking retarded. I
It's
hate
supposed
it.
to be stupid and
It is-
retarded.
it is
It's
so
supposed to
bad.
be bad.
It's so
Literally,
bad.
you're supposed to play it and be like, wow, I'm gonna go shoot some aliens, and then it's all just like not serious and it's fun and it's like comedy as
It's
a
a
game. You're
platform
supposed to play
shooter.
it.
Dude,
Yeah.
It's like Doom.
that's not what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, it's the writing. It's stupid and like,
here's
and that's
here's
the
an
point.
example that pisses me off. So in the game High on Life, there's this part where you're walking through the map, right? And this kid jumps out in front of you. He's like, "Hey, I'm a
Yep,
kid in a
yep,
video game. I bet you want to shoot me, huh? You want to shoot me real bad? Well, you can't. You can't shoot kids in video games. That's fucked up and wrong. You can't." And like, you shoot him, and then the gun picks it up. Like, "Oh my god, we just killed a kid. What the fuck is wrong with you? What we actually just
Yeah.
killed a kid. How dare
Yeah,
you
it's
kill
meant-
a kid?" For like
It
5
doesn't do it
minutes,
for.
and
It
I
literally
want to
does
tear
that for
my
like
hair
2.
out.
Literally, I
It
know
only,
what
it
section
only
you're
does
talking
that for
about.
as long as you stand there.
It only does it
It
as
only
long as
does
you
that
stand.
for
You can
as
just
long as
walk
you
away,
stand.
or you can just fucking.
It is fucking
It's meant to be stupid. It's meant to be like in video
I
games
don't-
you don't
I
kill
don't
kids.
care.
That's a general
I don't
rule. Like
care.
in media, you don't really kill kids, otherwise you get a bad rating, right? But they made it as a joke.
You're not supposed to.
I don't get it.
Just make it like a fucking one-liner or something. Just like, oh, we probably shouldn't have fucking done that or something.
You
Or it's
are
like, oh,
you
there
are
goes our
over.
rating.
He does say
Say
that.
it
He literally does
once,
say, "There goes
not
our E for
30
everyone rating."
times.
That's what he says.
No, say it
Bro,
once.
he says it like he says like a 3-sentence line. That's it. It's three
It is
sentences.
just-
Overthinking the
It
writing.
is just fucking bad. It is so bad, and I'm done. I'm done.
L
Well,
opinion.
I personally think that it's amazing. Like I like the writing, and like yeah, sometimes it can get repetitive. Or if you stay in the same area for a while, the like either the characters or the gun will say a couple like the same lines. But I don't know. I'm just a fan of Justin Roiland and his writing and like the way they act and everything and stuff because it's different from everything else, and I'm one of the people that's like think it's funny when they make fun of either their own game, which they do a lot, or make fun of how like other games don't do certain things, and then you're able to do them in that game. Like you can spawn in a mini city, and this dude comes up and he's like, "Wow, welcome to Tiny City," and then you can like you try and walk around, and he's trying to give you a tour, and he's like, "Oh my God!" This is gonna tick Brendan off, but he's like, "My gosh, you're crushing all the homes. Oh, that was my oh, that's our hospital." You know what I mean? And like I don't know. As a player, I was just like, my goodness.
Maybe Brendan
This poor
just doesn't
little
like
man.
that style of comedy.
I think that might just be it.
This is Brendan's
He's-
Amy
he's one of the
Schumer of
few.
gaming, dude.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
Brandon's gonna kill you.
I'm
Have
already
you
plotting.
played that game at all or seen any of it, Carson?
No,
Bro,
I think I've seen like one or two like YouTube short clips, but
well, do
that's
you
it.
like
And
Rick and Morty and that
I
stuff?
get what. I mean, I'm indifferent on it. I mean, it's fine. I just don't really watch it. But I can see where Brendan's coming from. By the voice can be really fucking annoying.
Morty?
Based on what I've heard.
That's-
yeah,
that's the point.
Morty.
That's the
Huh?
point. He's supposed
Yeah.
to sound like an annoying like teenage boy who's named after an old like Jewish name.
Okay. Enough
interesting.
high on life
Well, I
meat
mean-
writing and meat shredding, okay?
Oh. Anyways, that's just another like the good games in my opinion. Power Wash Simulator, W.
It's such a simple concept, okay? You just sit there and power wash with friends, but it's so much fun for some reason. I don't know why.
It is way too much fun, bro.
I need
It's
to get
so
that game
rewarding.
actually. I've been meaning to, but I'm broke.
Not.
Well, prepare to be broke for your entire life. You're going to college.
Yup.
I think one game we haven't... oh, sorry.
Hopefully, I'll be on a scholarship. Sorry.
I think one game we haven't talked about yet, though, is, of course, Minecraft. We've been kind of... I don't know. I think we've been changing that subject. Because I fucking...
We
I don't-
tried earlier, but we
I-
You mind if I give my
overlapped it.
opinion real quick? It's pretty short.
Go.
Like just looking at like all the updates and the way they do everything and stuff it is pretty stupid how they like wait super long time to
Like
take
one
votes.
update a fucking year?
Yeah, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just that hard to put something like that into the game or
No, it's
what
not.
it is or if it's like
It is literally...
I'm not on
It's
that
like
end and
it's a 2-bit game made of fucking squares. It's not exactly fucking rocket science.
Actually, it's 16. by
Actually,
16.
it's like my game.
but
that
anyways,
game.
I think it was like sorry, I'm
Sorry,
almost
keep
done.
going, keep going.
We really suck at like burying each other. Or like we're really good at burying each other is what I mean. But gosh dang it. I think for what it was, like for the longest time, it was really good. Like it was just Minecraft. It was sick. And now they're like trying to become more, which is awesome and add stuff to the game, but it's like, bro, are you gonna like actually do it though? Like I see stuff and everyone's like getting
Like
super
we're gonna do
hyped.
this maybe.
I think the
See everyone getting super hyped, like they're gonna add this stuff, and then I'm like, I never see anything about it again. Or like they add it and they're like, bro, this actually sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the
And then it's
best
just, like,
way to
ruining
compare
Minecraft.
this would be
fucking glow
if you
squids.
compare the Minecraft to Bethesda Studios, like the Fallout series, that explains everything. So, or like Skyrim. So Skyrim and like the Fallout series by itself, it's okay, you know, it's fun, but it gets boring pretty fucking quickly, in my opinion, right? But the mods, that's where changes it. The community itself and how innovative they are with everything. That's what makes the game so good. Like Minecraft, for instance,
Community's
like
better
when
than the
when we all
developers.
played like Windcraft, you know, the fucking magic game, there's no mods involved in that. That is just pure ingenuity right there, and that's fucking amazing, right?
Oh,
Well,
also just for audience clarity, which out of the 30 editions of Skyrim we're talking
we're
about?
talking about the most recent one. The most recent one, the Legendary Edition or whatever, where they took a bunch of mods from the community, didn't pay anyone who made those mods, added them to the game, and the game still came out kind of broken and sucky. Yeah, that one. Again, I have a big beef with Bethesda because I just feel like they abuse their community for free labor, and they rarely ever pay them. Or if they do, it is just absolutely like piss poor amounts of money for how much work they put in. I think Minecraft is just they release their updates so slow. They're focusing on so many other things, like Minecraft Dungeons. That was fun, you know. I have a lot of fun with that with friends. It's okay, it gets boring after a little while, but it's fun, right? Why couldn't they add some of the mobs from there into Minecraft? Is it that hard? What?
Apparently,
Right? Or
yeah.
like more than 3 bosses?
Can I get like any fucking new mobs that isn't a glowing squid that Dream forced to be put into the game, please?
Aren't they like
literally rigged a
working
Minecraft
on
election? That's
Stop.
a
crazy.
new Minecraft game as well?
The new what? Oh yeah, the new Minecraft game that's coming out. They're releasing another one, but they're not focusing on Minecraft. You know, the one game that's like their main source of fucking money. The number one game
Well,
in the
that's
entire
same
world.
situation with RDR2 and GTA 6.
RDR2,
Which
the
we
story, good. RDR Online,
One of the few games. that
RDR
made me
Online
cry.
makes me want to fucking snap my own neck with how much wasted potential it is. Such a good
Well,
game.
yeah, I mean,
It starts off with such a banger story of you being a prisoner. You get to be a fucking bounty hunter, a collector, a moonshiner. You get to do so much shit. You can be a hunter too. You can do whatever you want. But you can't fucking add more shit to it. Like, there's so much potential. You could buy your own land. You could, you know, own a fucking farm. You could do some homesteading. You could be a cop, you know? You could, like, be the law instead of a bounty hunter. Or, like, you could
add
actually...
so many more like towns and like interactive things and events within the towns.
Or you could be a
like,
criminal.
Other jobs that you could do. Yeah.
Like, you could rob a fucking train. That could be nice. But no. We're going to
Player
work on GTA 6.
customization.
Oh, it's been like 17,000 years. Let's work on GTA 6. Ugh. And squander the potential of RDR Online. I'm pretty pissed off at that. I'm mad that companies don't see the potential. I mean, I guess I understand as well. Maybe they don't think there's enough money to be made with how much they put into it. But I'm still mad about it.
But as soon as the devs left for RDR Online, like I remember this, the community grew and like reached back out and was like, "What? No, there's actually so many of us still playing." And there was like a solid amount of players, and then the devs were just like, "See ya."
They
And now
didn't say
everyone's
anything
sad
to
and
it.
then just
They just said,
hacked it.
I remember seeing the posts on Instagram, and everyone's like, dude, everyone hop on. There were so many players on RDR Online because they just wanted to bring the devs back to show that how much they supported it.
There was a whole hashtag line of like save RDR Online that actually went viral for a while until the
Yeah, I
till the devs
remember I
actually
was.
left.
I remember I was part of the. You know how they would post on like their stories, like everyone hop on RDR Online to show a spike of players. I remember I actually did that once or
It's
twice.
just, it is of course aggravating to see how much wasted potential there is with that. And then Minecraft is fucking, you know, there's a reason you only get an urge to play it like once, like every year or so, you know, because it gets so boring so fast and you run out of ideas so quick, you know. It just you start to lose anything and all motivation for that game so quickly, like the next day, and it's just.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's just like because we've all played it before. We've all gotten. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring Cuba back. You know, we play for like 3 days and then just dead silence, never speak of it again. And then like a year and a half later,
Until like a couple months
yeah,
later.
and we bring it up and it's like,
Or
oh yo,
even
we
more
should play
than that.
Minecraft today. It's like, oh bet. Like, there's a reason why. Is because there's just no content. And every once in a while, we forget that there,
Yeah.
you know, we erase that part of our brains. Like, oh, you know, Minecraft could be a pretty good idea because we want a multiplayer game that we can all play together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about Minecraft, it's not too much, if that makes sense. It's like very calm, very enjoyable, which is what makes it kind of gives it that like, oh yeah, that would be a good idea to play, but just because of like the lack of new content,
Yeah,
it's just kind of.
I like the idea of playing a calm game like that, but it needs more endgame concept besides just the Ender Dragon or something. It just needs more. Yeah,
the
it just
Wither.
You could also fight a giant Elder
Yeah.
Guardian.
fucking awesome.
I
Yeah,
think that's
Dude, that thing's
where
easy.
it comes in
Okay?
of like I think we had mentioned this before, not in the podcast, but when we were just talking about like the wasted potential of RDR Online. Like, I don't know when we last talked about that, but I think it's the same thing said with Minecraft. Like, it seems like all the devs went to the next game. There is just that sliver of hope that when the next game comes out, that they will go back. Like, at least some people will go back to RDR Online, and like some will go back and like just help out Minecraft like as the base game, and then like I'm hoping like the new Minecraft game is good. I can't remember what it's about really, if they put anything out like that besides just announcing it quite yet. But there, yeah, like I was saying, there's just that a little sliver of hope that they might come back and add stuff. And if they do, I like most W move in existence. GTA 6, I feel like will be an L move and probably an L game. I should be able to fly across the country and like render it all within a second. For how long they're taking on it.
I'm gonna
And then,
like you gotta be honest. If
bro.
GTA 6 doesn't have like one of the most well-crafted, beautiful stories in all of existence, then L, honestly.
That's
And
just how it is.
If it's on the same map, L. If it's just fucking the same things it was at GTA Online, where you have to purchase shark cards for like $40 or $50, L. Fuck you. I'm not waiting like
Rockstar will
11
die.
years for this stupid shit. Piss off, dude. I played GTA 4 when I was like 7 years old, and now I'm 18 and GTA 6 still isn't out. It's aggravating. One game we haven't touched upon though that Brendan's the expert on. Sorry.
Oh, never mind. You can
Destiny
go,
2.
you can go. Yeah, and how much of a dog shit state it is in, let me tell you.
Quick.
So, first thing on my shit list, Iron Banner. Oh my god, I wanted to cry. So, Iron Banner, for those of you guys that don't know, it comes twice in a Destiny 2 season, and a Destiny 2 season's 3 months. So the new game mode that got added was Fortress, and it's basically Control, where you have to capture and hold 3 points on the map and score points. But every once in a while, an event will happen when they'll drop PvE enemies onto the field, and there'll be one control point. And you kill the enemies and you hold that point, and it gives you a fuck ton of extra points. It can be used like a catch up, or like to put space between you and the enemy, right? So just for a little more context, I probably played about 45 matches of Iron Banner on the last day of it, and I probably won 3.
Oh,
Ooh.
rough.
And so what the big strat is right now is this super called Ward of Dawn, which is just a giant bubble that can protect you from anything.
Yeah.
And that is literally all the game is. It is just bubbles, bubbles, and bubbles. Like there's this one match I was playing where they put a bubble on the control point. So I used my super to pop the bubble, and then I got sniped. Like, okay, whatever, that sucks, but at least the bubbles popped. Not even 5 seconds later, another fucking Titan comes up and puts a bubble down. And dude, I almost donutted my monitor. It is so unbelievably frustrating. And there's this weapon called the Dead Man's Tail. It's like a Red Dead Redemption lever action rifle.
Yeah.
And everyone is using it. There's not a single match where there are not at least 5 people using it. And it is just whoever hits the other person first wins because of the flinch.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know as much about Destiny as Mr. Brendan over here, but I feel like for a while it's been like there's just one meta, and then everyone uses it, and then it's just a matter of like who, like you were pretty much just saying, who draws first, or who deploys super first, or who does this first, and it's like everyone's using the same thing. I feel like it hasn't been like you're able to use different things for a while, so that there's actual like competition and like
Exactly. Like it's just dominated by a singular season meta.
yeah, which kind of sucks. Hopefully they like get out of it, and I mean,
I'm gonna be honest though. With,
in conclusion, like hopefully,
sorry.
hopefully all game companies that are kind of doggy doo right now get out of this cycle of being bad. I mean, I know COD is at least saying that they're gonna spend, I think it was like 2 or 3 years at least on the next COD before they put it out. which is good because Vanguard, Cold War, MW 2022, they all exist, and I hope they still know that and think about that every day because that
I
was
think
just bad.
I think it's kind of like a Far Cry situation where everyone goes crazy over like 2, 3, and 4, but then the rest of the games are just,
Like they
eh,
didn't need to make
you
them.
exist.
I'm just like
Yeah.
being honest. At a Destiny 2, like from more of an outside standpoint of it, I am not the biggest fan of Destiny 2, mainly because of the grind factor of it. The grinding is not fun to me, personally, and I don't like having to spend like how much money did you have to spend for Witch Queen to get that expansion?
$100, and I'm gonna have to. Okay. While we're talking about this, I'm gonna publicly dox myself.
Oh.
So, for context, I have 1,800 hours in Destiny.
L.
Probably chalked it up to 1,900 hours because of the stuff I have on console. I did some calculating on the amount of money I've spent. Would any of you guys like to take a
Oh, I
wager?
got this.
Is it above a K? 1K.
Hold on.
I
Kai
am
first.
going to say $1,373.
Okay, Carson,
Do I get yes
No.
or no questions, or is it just
Gas.
put an answer out?
just cast it
Yes.
out. Cast it out.
2,500.
Jeez.
Do you guys just stop? What the fuck? Okay, Dylan, go.
I must say
I don't know. You said put an answer out.
950.
Okay, so I calculated it, and I probably spent about 750 bucks.
Damn.
Damn it.
Let's go.
And before anyone asks, yes, I'm buying the $100 life
I am not,
package.
because I am done on Destiny forever and ever. After the Witch Queen thing,
It's my math. I'm
I just-
sorry. What do you want
I
me
don't
to
know.
do?
There's something about Destiny 2 that just doesn't click right with me. I can have fun with it, but I'm never getting into it enough for me to be able to consistently enjoy it. Like, I try to, but then no matter what I do, I can't, one, catch up to Brendan because I'm so far behind. There's just no way for me to really catch up without spending way, way too many fucking hours, right? And two, I have a life, dude. Please. I want to play the game with friends. I don't want to have to
And,
grind my soul away.
What doesn't help is when you just start out, it's like literally. Okay, so for people who haven't played Destiny 2, I will give you the simplest explanation of the new light tutorial. Hey, you're a guardian. You can shoot. You also have abilities. There are enemies you must shoot. Protect the tower. Go have fun. And you're just
and then you're
dropped in.
fucked. Then you have like 7 billion quests to do, so many storylines to catch up on, and then you can just go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it
Very
is.
overwhelming.
It literally drops you in like the hardest way possible. I remember when I first started out and Kai was originally the guy who got
Yeah,
me into it. We were
I
so
used to be the little
confused.
veteran of Destiny 2 because I played it when it first came out, and I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, this is fun, because I actually knew what was happening. And then the next time I played it, it was like 3 or 4 expansions later, and I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so. What was the best exotic from when you last
The
played?
Sunshot.
Sunshot. And now you have a fucking anti-gravity submachine gun and a rocket launcher machine gun.
I don't know. The game's like, I understand though. You need to keep adding more content for your like your continued audience.
Carson fucking died at that one.
I get it. You need
Jesus Christ,
them.
son.
You know, you need more content for your people. But like, fuck off, please.
Yeah.
It is just too much and
I
too
want to
expensive.
play.
I don't know. You said machine gun twice, and it really got me for some reason. I don't know why.
What?
You said machine gun twice, and it really got me going for some reason. I have no idea why.
Carson's ginger, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Shut
probably
the
a
hell up.
machine gun in there that I don't know about. Like it's just a machine gun.
The
that
description of this
shoots
podcast is definitely going to be 3 blonde lads talk plus 1 ginger this time.
One
Dude,
strange
I already
chicken
got
fuck,
made
we
fun
don't
of that
know how he
enough.
got here.
I already got made fun of being a ginger enough. Today we did the Secret Santa for band today, and Braulio was my my Secret Santa, and he gave me Lucky Charms.
Nice.
He gave
Hell
me Lucky
yeah.
Charms.
What's wrong with that?
And also he put gold coins in a little like a little, I don't know what it was, in a
Oh,
box.
because you're a fucking leprechaun. I just remembered.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that, and he also put like I don't know, this like plastic like gold shaving stuff. And Dwayne spun me really fast in the chair, and I fell. and
Carson,
the box
Carson,
flew out of my
names.
hands and
Carson,
all over
watch
the
the
band.
names. Watch the names.
What? It's fine. Do you really think
Dude,
they care?
it's just
Do
something you
really
gotta be
think they
careful
care?
of, man.
They
Okay.
don't care.
Some
I guarantee
guest
you they will
star
not
this
care.
is. Jeez.
Some dickhead.
Dog.
Yeah, literally breaking
I
every
will-
rule. First you violate the talking stick order. Now you're doing this
We've been like
shit.
silencing him this entire
like-
time. What do you want about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's
We
ginger.
shut each other down so fast.
Boy. You guys
Anyways,
suck. This is the worst podcast I've ever been on, and also the best. 'Cause it's the only one I've been on.
Bruh.
thank you by the way for everyone for
So take
thank you
that
everyone
how you
for
will.
joining us today. It's already
No.
it's
Whoa,
it's already been over an
hold on,
hour.
hold on,
It's
hold
already
on.
been
Dude,
over an
I
hour.
don't care.
Hold on,
We're
we
not
need-
done
we
yet, dude.
need-
Jeez.
We have a system.
Finished.
We have a system.
There's a system to the ending.
is that?
Well, I mean, we didn't conclude all this. I mean, in conclusion, games suck and also don't at the time. There's hope because Phasmo exists. High on Life is pretty cool. I don't care what Brendan or Carson says.
I don't care what Dylan, Kai, or Carson
That's okay.
says.
It's
L
okay.
opinion. He loves
It's
Destiny
alright.
too.
Okay, why did I get shut out from both sides
okay.
there?
It's
That was
okay. Hopefully Destiny
bullshit.
gets better.
You know what? Just because my side is just that more right, I'm including Carson.
Thank you.
Anyways,
You know what? I hate that game now too. Because Brendan
Thank
hates it.
you. Finally, a voice of reason
Shut
on
up.
this
You play
podcast.
Destiny
Love
too.
it.
You're welcome.
hey, at least he doesn't play Siege.
Anyways, yeah, gaming is in a very, very strange spot, and we have to start legitimately thinking about gaming companies becoming mega corporations.
It's honestly
I
like
guess.
it's very fragile right now if you think
Monopoly.
about it, right? Because it's on a very
volatile.
small balance scale right now, where the audience like it feels like it's getting very close, that we're getting more and more pissed off every game that gets released, and we're getting to a point where we're either gonna start boycotting or just absolutely just telling game companies to fuck off and try to cancel them. You know?
And I think that leads to a very,
No.
very grand question. Now that gaming is in this like state, it's such like we're just in the middle of the line, edging towards the line of like just die in most game companies. I think we should really be asking ourselves this: would we rather have unlimited bacon?
my
Shut
God,
up. Shut your
dude.
fucking mouth. I swear.
I heard it.
Anyways,
coming from a
thank you guys
mile
for
away.
joining the podcast today. This was a really, really good podcast.
give
Before
But
Dylan
no
said
games.
that, it was a really,
Or-
really fun time.
Games, unlimited games, bro.
Shut up! 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 Shut up!
But
Shut
no
up! Shut up!
games.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut
Seb
up!
says
Oh,
it so often.
goodness.
I will
But no
kill you.
games. Carson, I really need your opinion on this. I think I got everyone else's opinion in the first video, as in not really because they didn't answer.
Because
But,
it's a stupid
okay.
question.
You're a stupid question. Carson, go ahead.
I on your opinion of the unlimited bacon but no games.
Or unlimited games, but no games. Like, how do you feel?
Shut the fuck up.
All right, thank you for joining us today.
Exactly how we felt.
This has been Kai, Brendan, Dylan, and Carson. Hopefully you join us again some other time, and please subscribe because we're all desperate for love. Have a good day, everybody, and bye.
Remember the proper
Alright,
way
I'm
to
I'm gonna
eat
go play some
lightsabers.
World
lightsabers.
of Warcraft.
Fuck all of you. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go play some World of
Fuck it.
Warcraft.
Bye.
Bro, that was it? Oh man, every episode just really sucks dick.